Oh, you didn't have one?
No.
No?
No. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to turn that in just a second.
Okay.
Just want to come in and say hello. Coming from... Hello.
Hello.
Hello. As you can see from the background, it's cool when we're dark because I really wanted to share with you guys is what's behind us. We are relaxing and enjoying the heck out of the Outer Banks. One of my favorite places, at least in the States.
It is wonderful out here.
Oh,
no doubt about it.
Beautiful.
No doubt about that.
Let's get this started.
Getting your OnlyFans up and running?
Yep.
Okay.
So when we log off from you guys, it's because we are going to hang out and spend a little extra time with OnlyFans. Find that by going to onlybrandi.com.
And we do that why?
Because all the good stuff's on OnlyFans. Because Instagram doesn't allow it. It gets very upset. Hi, Gary. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Gary. Hi, 178. You know, it's unfortunate that you can see from the Logitech that we're more clear, but they can't see the view. Like, what happens if we do this?
I don't know. You'll have to pick up that camera. And
I know, it's a shame, guys. I wish you could see what we can see. It's absolutely
that's really interesting.
Perfect morning. It happens a lot. The iPhone it captures a very different color palette.
It focuses differently.
Totally. Hi, Jay and Danielle. What's up, Dean?
We can do this. Watch here.
That big hand.
I know.
Why won't it? Oh, it's trying.
Oh,
there it is. There it is.
Oh, wrong way. That's it.
Blue skies, calm water.
Woo.
You should have seen the lake. Not lake. I always say that. I'm so used to that. But the sound was so busy yesterday.
Put that back up there because I'll screw it up.
You're not going to screw up anything.
I have huge hands.
You do have huge hands. I like them. I like them very much. So yeah, this, you like the braids, but this was done out of necessity.
I do.
This was done out of necessity because my hair is out of control. I am beyond excited that on the second and third I'm getting everything fixed.
Oh,
Fingers crossed. It's a new gal, so I'm a little scared, but you know what? Getting out of your comfort zone.
That's right.
Great risk.
And local.
Great reward. Yeah, and she's local, so I don't have to go to LA, which I love my gal in LA, but as you know, LA's not exactly the place to be right now. Hi, caregiver. Cheers. Coffee time. Starbucks cold brew. Nothing too exciting. Normally I have my death wish.
And I am going with
vitamins.
10,000 pills. Yeah. That's how you stay.
That's how you're going to live forever.
That's how you stay youthful after 50.
You're going to live forever. I need you to.
I'm going to do my best.
You're going to. Please.
I'm going to do my best.
Easy on the pills. It's pretty impressive when you open his vitamin drawer. I think we've showed you guys before when you open mine. I probably take 13.
Yeah,
somewhere right around 8 to 13. I don't know.
Yep. Well, I've been able to stay off of all of the. My doctors wanted to put me on statins.
Family history of cholesterol crap.
And I've been able to stay off all of that by just watching my diet and using natural supplementation. So as long as I can stay off all the other stuff that they want to put me on, I'll swallow all of these pills twice a day. How come I can't do it? Like, my brain doesn't understand the backwards thing of the camera. I keep going the opposite way.
Really? You're asking that with your concussion?
Yeah, true.
You might not have done that without the concussion. Hi, Liam. It is the best way to do it. If you can fix your health issues through natural means, I don't know, I'm a fan. I'm not homeopathic. However, I will, and you know this, I will always choose homeopathic first, and if that doesn't work, then you go to the doctor. That's the beauty of,
And so far it's worked. It's worked great. I got my cholesterol
That's the beauty
down
of diversity.
from 305 to 190 simply by changing my diet, drinking, I know it sounds gross, but eggplant water.
That shit works. I've never seen anything like it.
And by taking my supplements. So
you just have to drink it. When you drink that shit, like
it's
every
hard to
day,
remember.
I know.
You know,
I get it.
I make it up in a big, like a gallon batch, and I pour it into water bottles and put it in the fridge. But it's hard.
Lemon.
A little bit of lemon in it, and it does the trick. But it's hard to remember to do it every day.
I know. I get it. I really do. Just like everything. Once you're 30 days into the habit,
Yep.
then it's pretty solid. So I hope you guys enjoyed your weekends. God, we had a great weekend. We've got people at the house, so it's lively. The sound was packed with jet skiers and water skiers and boats, and man, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what it is, but I could just sit right here on the sofa and stare at that.
Yeah, it was pretty
for
amazing.
Hours.
Yeah, the beaches were, I wouldn't say packed, but
They
there
were
were a
healthy.
lot of people.
They
and
were healthy.
But the boat traffic
Life
was
is
amazing.
good, Danielle. The boat traffic was
Yeah.
amazing. We saw, like you guys are so boring. We saw a pelican, that big ass pelican.
And all the
Dolphins.
The dolphins.
This pelican was so big that from a distance I thought it was a boat. Like I thought it was a floaty boat with people in it. We got up to it and it was a freaking pelican. I've never seen one so big. He was like
He was huge.
dinosaur, man. It looks
Yeah.
like something from a long, long time
Every
ago.
time I lean into it, my head gets so huge.
Well, so does mine. Look. People are like, is there drugs in your coffee? No. So,
Yeah, sunburnt.
oh man.
I understand, Liam.
Sunburns blow. Were you out doing your garden? Liam's creating a huge garden at his house, flowers and all sorts of stuff.
Oh,
it's very
cool.
therapeutic.
Nice. I
You
love that.
Yeah.
Birds and gardening.
Are you Italian?
I don't know.
Tony Soprano and his
Yeah.
birds.
I love birds.
Mhm.
I don't know what that is.
Nude plants. Nude plant watering. That sounds like a really fun sport. I could get on board with that. Good morning, Brandon. Great to see you.
So over on Twitter and even on Instagram, I've seen that a number of people have asked, when shooting is expected to resume out in Los Angeles. Have you heard anything?
Great question, y'all. People are shooting. There are companies.
Really?
Yeah, there are companies. From what I've heard. Okay, there we go. From what I've seen and what I've heard from other girls, shooting has resumed with certain companies under certain guidelines.
Oh, wow.
Now, I wouldn't say, and it's only in certain locations.
Okay.
So, like, basically Miami and Vegas, which makes sense. I
Yeah.
don't know that any shooting has resumed in LA.
Okay.
Which that does make sense because Florida and Vegas, from what I understand, are more open.
Okay. Cool.
I know Florida is. We all know Florida is.
Yeah.
But I understand that Vegas is.
Although
doing,
apparently Florida is going to
No,
halt its opening.
really?
Yeah, because it had a spike in cases. So
because they're testing more.
there's a whole lot of reasons for it. But anyway,
Okay.
they're gonna halt their opening process, is what I hear.
Whatever.
See, Brandon likes seeing polka dots too.
Thank you. My
a
favorite.
thing. I don't know
My
what it is.
favorite's the red and white one that from
Yeah.
the kitchen scene that we did. The red and white polka dot dress.
Yeah.
That one's outrageous.
Well, you just have like a natural pin-up-y kind of a vibe. It's a
I
good
like
thing,
that.
yeah.
No, I do. I love that. I love that. They're being assholes here. Woodchuck. Oh, Woodchuck. Yeah. It does kind of, right? If I had little, like, it could be like a hippie child. They're like little flowers. They look like polka dots. I could put daisies in my hair. I had to do this just because my hair was out of control. This is, trying to bring it in. Let's see, what else is in the news? I got some exciting stuff coming up in July.
You do? Can you talk about any of it?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Good.
I will be posting it on Instagram and Twitter.
Yep.
I am doing a live call-in radio with Republican candidate for Illinois, for governor. He's now got this amazing podcast. He's a really freaking intelligent guy. I have no idea how it's going to go.
Is
But
it a podcast or radio show?
it's a radio show. He
Okay.
has a podcast that he's got. He's syndicated. He does the live radio, and then he also has a podcast. Which the live is going to be on the Chicago's AM show. It's called The Answer. I will have all of the radio shows coming up, but that's the morning of July 2nd. Where I believe that the topic is going to be based on that interview that I did with the Daily Beast. with Marlo Stern
Which was a result of your article in the
on
Federalist.
in the Federalist.
Right.
So it's
Yep.
it's really interesting how that one op-ed turned into really a multitude of opportunities. And for me, it's an opportunity to have my voice be heard, and hopefully have it be heard by others that can, even if you disagree, go, well, that's interesting. Maybe, you know,
Yeah.
to get communication going on different topics.
And then the other thing, without saying, I know I can't say too much, but the other thing's pretty exciting too, where you're going to be able to work with policymakers in Washington, D.C.
Me working with politicians.
Yep.
Oh my God. Actually, I'm really excited. What I'm excited about is the do part. I don't care about all the talk. It's just banter. It's just chitter chatter, and it does nothing. We're doers. So when somebody comes at you with an opportunity, I'm like, well, sure, I'll work on that. But are we actually going to do something? Or are we just going to talk about it? And I really genuinely believe, remains to be seen, but I believe that the people I'm talking to and working with seriously want to work with me and me with them, even though we're very different, on some really important policy
I think
change.
people are going to be shocked when they...
I think they're going to be very shocked.
I think-
I'm still shocked. I'm like,
Yeah.
in a good way, but I'm like,
I think both sides are going to be a little shocked.
Yeah, I think we're going to, again, though, for me, and I believe for him as well, that it's a matter of opening minds and realizing that people that are very different and have different belief systems can work together. Remember this concept like 10 years ago when different people could make things happen because it's called compromise,
Yeah.
Like...
Woodchuck makes a good point. He
What'd
said
he say?
politicians are worthless in all talk, and Woodchuck, that's probably very true in terms of most politicians. What we've learned here in the past month and a half has been interesting is that the folks that we're talking to aren't the politicians. They are the actual people behind the scenes crafting policy that the politicians then, bring forward. And it's been a fascinating couple months, and it's been awesome
It has
watching
been.
you interact with them and
Well, it's been
and
interesting
work to
watching
craft
their reaction
policy
to
and-
me. It's
and
really,
debate.
really funny to me. Our whole career in adult, when you have a brain and you're interested in, when you thirst for knowledge and you do your research and you want to know more and you want to do what's right, anybody can have a conversation, because they were intimidating to me. I was like, oh my God, they're so much smarter. I'm going to feel like I'm cornered. And that's not, it's actually not true. If anything, what's been really liberating and builds confidence is I've had people that are in that world go, you should run for Senate, which it cracks me up. But because of the way that we're speaking, I don't know if they necessarily mean that. But point being that I can hang. I do know my points. I do know the end goal. And I am very capable of having discussions, not arguments, but discussions. So this will be a very intense month and exciting.
You don't need to have a master's degree from Harvard to be savvy, and you've always been savvy.
And I do not have a master's degree from Harvard. nor do I. Yes, exactly. Fire up, baby. Fire up. So trust me, you guys will know the details if you so happen to want to tune in. But I also know that the July 2nd a.m. talk show, I will give you the different channels, but it's syndicated, so it will be playing again in the evening. So
Oh, good.
For those of you who have the luxury of sleeping in, I'm Jelly.
And Jay, we really don't want to get into too much of it yet. It's unfortunately very much like everything that seems to go on nowadays, and every time we have a position on something, it does tend to cause a shitstorm.
Yeah,
So,
I've got enough shitstorms
yeah, we don't need,
going on
we
right
don't need
now.
any more right now.
We're
So
full
we'll
of
let that
shitstorms.
we'll let that unfold as it does. But I think it's going to shock probably both sides.
But then again, doesn't everything we do seem to
Yeah,
shock
but
both
it's
sides?
the right thing to
It
do.
is the right thing to do. Yeah, they're funny. Shitstorms.
Yeah.
Have you seen my Twitter? It should really just be called. I should just change my.
Brandy's
I
shitstorm.
should change it to just shitstorm. You know how everybody's got their new headers with their new causes.
Oh, that's right.
I should just put on the top shitstorm with a big. Never mind.
Jay, we both went to Central Michigan University.
That's where we met, y'all. Right is right. It should, yes, woodchuck. I know, and that's what I'm hoping to show, if nothing else, to show that people that aren't of the same mindset can get really positive things done if they're just willing to listen. You're in Michigan? I'm from... Oh, what part, Jay? You can hear all the lawn. Everyone's getting there.
So I have a question for all of you guys out there
Macomb County.
Oh, wow. I was in the Macomb County Youth Home for about 3 years back in the day. So, question for all of you who fish out there. We have spent most of our lives on inland lakes in freshwater fishing, and I understand that real well.
Yeah, this is saltwater.
But yeah, this is a different beast out here. So what what lures or bait for those of you who saltwater fish in the sounds up and down the East Coast? What would you use? Danielle,
she's a badass.
I know. So Danielle,
send photos and names, please.
I need some tips because I've been out there for clams.
What?
Shrimp. I keep hearing that, woodchuck, about the shrimp.
Yeah.
So do you just hook the shrimp? You just go buy shrimp from the grocery store and hook it and throw it out there, shell and all, or do you put a little?
Brandi shitstorm with all of them.
Yeah.
They do give me a lot of it, that's for sure.
Shrimp and ballyhoo.
I don't know. A documentary on myself? No, I don't want to be followed around.
Would that be an auto documentary? What is that? An documentary on yourself?
I don't know.
Other people
isn't this a documentary?
Yeah.
In a way? I mean, anytime I'm live, or my Snapchat, or any of the times we're live here, that's kind of that's about as much documenting of my life that I could do. Like when I watch it's reality TV, which the problem with reality TV is too much of it scripted for my taste. Like I prefer the raw, and I wouldn't sign you up for, and I wouldn't sign myself up for having a crew follow us around.
Not the reality TV.
No, we're really not. I'd rather write a book.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Mullet chunks work. I'm gonna have to try that, woodchuck. I'll try the shrimp. Now, what happens with the shrimps? Every time I put the old bay on it, I end up eating it. So
nasty. Don't take it from the fish. I should say write another book. I already wrote one, but the second one would be very different. I've lived a whole 2 more lives since that first book.
That's true.
I think it would be interesting.
And you need to do a whole series of books. You really should. It'd be fun.
It could be.
Act 2, baby.
Act 2. That's right. That is right. Going into it.
Have you followed? You've had probably 10 questions about what do you think of Mia Khalifa's recent comments on the industry.
What did she say?
No idea.
You guys, you go ahead. I was gonna say I've said this before, and it's true. I do not jump on other people's profiles to see what they're doing unless I'm added. I don't know what's going on. So, I see the link. I have no idea what she's said. I know that her path in the industry was very short, and it ended very abruptly for some pretty crazy reasons. But I don't know what she said. You know what happened? It was a religious thing. She did a religious video, and it just.
Well, I know that because of who her background, ethnicity wise, that it caused some issues.
Oh, it did. It
in
did
certain
seriously.
parts of the world.
But I don't even know the details about that. She's been number 3 for years, and I don't think she's shot in years. But whatever it was that happened was obviously long-standing. It's not going anywhere.
Well, I think just the salaciousness of it.
Of course. That took huge balls. I've never seen it, but.
Well, I mean, I think that that's her background. So the
taboo nature of it is exactly what. Every once in a while, Harry, I'll take a peek, but not too much. It's, again, I try to focus on what I do. I try to do this. Obviously, I'm very aware of the world around me, but when it comes to other entertainers or what companies are doing, it's important to kind of have an idea. But I've learned that the daily follow, I leave people alone to do their thing. A bolt must have gone by. And again, unless I'm at it, I have no idea what people are saying. Are you guys telling me I need to know? Should I go look at what she said?
I don't think so. I think the one question that you did get yesterday was about removal of content. She wants content removed
from sites that...
I don't know if it's from, tube sites or if it's directly from the studios themselves, but unless the way the law reads is that if she doesn't own the content, then
you can't have
there's
it
no
removed.
legal basis to have it removed.
If that's what it's talking about, then... Oh, she basically said the industry's... Well, isn't that convenient now that she's not in it?
Well,
I don't know what to say about that.
Other than we think the opposite.
I was going to say, thank you, Woodchuck. It's not that I think that I don't know what to say about it, but that's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
And what I can tell you, with everything that's going on, if I was a civilian, I know you guys think it's funny when I say that, but if you're not invested or in the adult industry as somebody who's working in it, there are a lot of things that you guys wouldn't be privy to, and you don't need to be. But I would tell you, I feel bad for people watching what's happening in the adult industry right now, and I just mean on the sewer swamp of Twitter. It is it's disgusting. It's sad. I've been in the industry 16 years. And I'm reading some of this stuff because I'm added, or I see a video because I'm added, and I'm like, first of all, you have free will to get in or get out. And nobody forces you with chains to stay in. So the hardest thing I have is I don't know what's true and what's not true. I would never tell somebody that didn't happen to them or this didn't happen to them or whatever. But what's so strange to me is that 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, are coming out with these stories that happened years ago, yet they've remained in the industry. If you have a horrid experience, I mean tears and oh my God, it's so horrible. Why the fuck would you walk right back into it? I'm struggling with that aspect of it. No police reports filed, no people were told about it when it happened, and then yet you cash the check and continue to go back and shoot more. It's really hard. And the other aspect of it that's hard is I don't want to watch their stuff anymore. Because all I can think about is the pain that they're describing as being an entertainer. That's the opposite of entertainment. It's I can't watch it.
The opposite of sexy.
It's the opposite of sexy. It's the opposite of entertainment.
If all these things did happen, I feel bad, and I hope they get as much help as they need.
They do need help. I mean, some of these people are tormented. To continue
watching them on film, and
I can't watch. I can't. It's brutal.
I feel like I'm watching like a real...
It's bad. Exactly. And nobody in their healthy mind wants to watch somebody be harmed or hurt or know that they were mentally jacked when something that's supposed to be sexy happens. So I don't know what's going on. There's tons of...
Everybody's saying, just stay tunnel vision like you do.
And that's what... And
everything else. And that's what we do.
That's why when people say, did you see what so-and-so said? I'm like, nope. I have no idea.
I can't answer it for you. Only you can actually answer that question. But I know that for us, for years I worked, I was the vice president of a biotech company. And when I was doing that, Brandi was working for Harley Davidson. And I was gone from home usually about 20 to 25 days a month. And I did that for 13 years. And so I missed out on a tremendous amount of time with my wife. I missed out on a tremendous amount of time with our children. I missed out just on life in general. And yeah, it was the money was great, obviously, in a position like that, but life was not great.
It was going too fast. We were missing out on stuff.
I missed everything. First steps, first days of school, first words, first everything. I missed out on birthdays and anniversaries and all kinds of things. The quality of life that we lived was not great. So
it was a hamster wheel.
Yeah, it was a hamster wheel, and it took a toll on my health as well, and on us.
Yeah.
So when we started our company, and it took off, all of a sudden we were able to stay home.
we saw everything. We didn't miss a play. We didn't miss
Yeah,
a
we were home for it.
graduation. We were together.
Yeah, our marriage got better. Our family got better.
Yeah.
The finances remained the same. So the quality of life increased, and the financial side remained the same. And so how can you complain about that?
Well, and not only that, and to come full circle to what I was saying earlier, guys, just know that everybody's path is different. Everybody's experiences in life and in the industry and the career they choose is different. I am very grateful that I cannot relate to the stories coming out. 16 years in, 9 of them in LA, and my worst story is one of basically my talent not showing up for 4 hours. And, so when I hear these, and that's just like, oh, poor me, somebody was late, my time was held up. So again, my experiences have been, I've enjoyed every single scene I've ever done. I've enjoyed every single person that I've worked with the exception of maybe one. And it wasn't awful. It was just, chemistry is imperative. And if it's not there, in my industry, that's an issue. And I don't even remember. It was so long ago. I know they're going to ask. I don't remember. Never shot with them again, so it doesn't matter. I genuinely care about my industry. I love it, and I respect the people that I work with. I don't like a lot of them right now, but I still care about them, if that makes sense to you guys. They can yell and scream and call me names, but I remember all the good stuff. I've been on set with these people that are saying things. I know some of their hearts, not all of them. I know some of them. And when this is all over, forgiveness is already granted, but I won't forget. I think it's, again, with history, it's important to know your history, right? So that we don't repeat it. So I've been getting questions about, what do you think of this? I'm not getting involved in that, guys. I absolutely refuse to get involved in making... Once in a while I slip, because you guys will get me on a rant, but that's usually private. I'm not perfect. I'm so far from perfect. And maybe you guys caught me when I just read something that I was added at, and I'm like, well, but in general, I try really hard to stay out of that, because it's infantile.
So I don't want to... Brandi's Cocktail Wallet's been asking a couple of times about hot wifing and cuckold series.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if he's asking if we're going to do those on OnlyFans or if you've done them in the pro world.
Both. I have done them in LA. There are pro scenes out there that are like that. And you and I have our own spin on it. So there's...
Yeah, we've done a whole series called Hot Wife Handjobs, which is... I thought the long guys were back there. Which, is, basically... us watching the pro scenes
and me talking to you and
you talking me through it.
Those are really fun. Those are fun. Gotta start shooting.
You're pretty naughty.
I am. I can be.
Like that.
I can be very naughty. I'm just trying to catch up to you, babe. Oh my God, it's been half an hour.
Okay.
Yes, we have a business call.
We do.
Oh my God! From this is our life. From this stuff to just straight into business. But you guys are the fun. You guys are all fun. So I'm going to have to say, hold up one second. I'm going to have to say goodbye to you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and chatting with us for a bit. You can always see more at onlybrandi.com.